Hello there everyone, I am Daniel from Michigan Aquatics, and today we're taking a little bit of a different route. Today I'm going to teach you, I've taught you how to tame a wild snake. So, let's go the next step up. How to keep a wild bird. Now, I've done this before in the past, like I have videos of my mourning dove. I forgot his name, but I got him as a little baby, and he grew up pretty big. He was just about an adult when I let him go. I figured, you know what, I'm not going to be able to keep him over the winter. I'm going to let him find a mate and overwinter himself, and probably make more. So it's not actually that hard to keep a wild adult bird. First step is finding one and catching one out there. That's the type of bird I have. House sparrows are sitting up there. They really like eating chicken food, so you can trap them using that and some sort of trap. But mine is actually sick and has some sort of disease, or I don't know. One of the eyes is almost crusted shut. Now, I don't know what that means, but I don't think it's good. Now, I don't believe it has bird flu, but see this eye right here? That eye is almost crusted shut. There's also something wrong with one of its legs. So I don't know what happened to this bird, but it's not acting like a bird would. I mean, put in a cage, this bird is acting like a wild bird would after being put in a cage. My best tip is, you know how easy it is to teach a wild fish to eat food and live in an aquarium, just like an aquarium fish? You can do the same thing with birds. It's the same thing, except fish are a little smarter and they learn to come to you quicker for food. You know, they realize, hey, this thing gives me food. Instead of hiding from it, I'm going to come out and I'm going to visit it because it's nice to me. It gives me food instead of letting me die. Number one, you're going to need a cage. Now, an aquarium will not work because number one, it's glass walls, and they don't like that. They're very observant, and they prefer to hear things outside, and they don't want their eardrums blowing up when they make their noises and stuff. So a bird cage is needed, or some sort of cage that has small enough bars that whatever species of bird keeping head doesn't fit through. It doesn't have to be extremely big. Now, I have a house sparrow. They like to fly, but they're easily trained and very smart because Shakespeare is the one who brought them to the United States for selling as pets. Them and the European starlings. Of course, a bunch of them escaped, and here we are now with European starlings and house sparrows flying all over the place. So, yeah, pretty much. The DNR here in Michigan, Department of Natural Resources, actually tells us to kill them and starlings, so yeah, it recommends it. That's pretty bad. That they've gotten that bad. So, starting off, cage. Have a cage, metal wire cage. For a house sparrow, this is a little under an inch wide. You don't want anything that they can fit their head through, because if they do, they will try and get unstuck and break their neck. Or they'll get stuck and just not have any food or water, and they'll eventually die overnight. Or get to the point where they will be stuck for so long that they'll just die somehow. You know, who knows how. Next up is perches. Birds like sitting on perches. Now, mine is not because this is his first day, but my mourning doves, they sat on the ground sometimes, but they liked sitting up on their perches that I put in there once they got used to me feeding them. They liked sitting on their perches instead of the ground. So he'll eventually, once he starts getting better and starts eating and drinking and stuff, he'll start getting up there and sitting up there instead, and he'll start making noises and flying back and forth and stuff. Eventually I'll get him a bigger cage, who knows, and a friend, who knows. Next up, obviously, food and water. Now, chicken food, I find, is the easiest way, one of the easiest, to train them, but of course regular bird seed that you'd put in your bird feeders works perfectly as well. I use chicken food because that's what I've always used for mourning doves and stuff. It's made of mostly corn. It's very nutritious and healthy for the birds. It's less of a treat and more of a necessary element to their life. So that's why I use chicken food, because there's a lot of corn and grains. This is natural chicken food. We get it from actually a farmer and not from the store. So, yeah. Water, you can use a bird water. You can use a little cup. Bird baths are preferred by most species of birds. So definitely you can either make one or you can buy one with a mirror in it. But birds love taking baths. You don't have to get one or make one as soon as you get your bird. Just the main thing is start getting him eating and drinking. Another thing is you will probably never, ever train your bird to want to be held. It's not a store-bought parakeet. You're probably not ever going to train this wild bird to sit on your finger, okay? You can't do it with finches from the store either. They don't like being held. Most species of birds don't like being held. The place that you put your cage in, especially, is really essential the first few days of you keeping it. It'll take about 3 to 4 days for it to eat. Sometimes the day after you get it, it'll start eating, as long as you make the food very, very accessible, and preferably not have any one of these because they want to stay as hidden as possible on that second day. So, putting your cage in a low traffic area is very crucial as well. I mean, this isn't a low traffic area. I don't have anywhere where I don't visit, where my family doesn't visit. We go everywhere. The shed is full of things this year, full of my grandma's stuff she's moving. The garage is very noisy and very loud and very dark. So I felt that the sunroom is a much better area, and it's the least high traffic area as well. All we do in here is we pass through and back sometimes. So, felt this table just worked good. You can hang it up. It makes them feel safer because they're higher up. I couldn't get it on any of them to where I could watch him. But, yeah, it's really easy to keep wild birds as pets. It's like catching a sunfish and putting it in an aquarium and training it to eat and stuff, you know? Once your bird starts getting used to you and you want to bring it inside your room, then bring it inside your room. It rhymes. Definitely. First of all, put it in a higher traffic area in your house. Not an extremely high traffic area where people sometimes will go out there and sit, maybe watch TV. Not the living room exactly, but places where people will go and hang out for a little bit. Not long, though. Places where people go a little bit more often. Then from there, move it into your room. Then your bird will get really, really used to people. But still, there is a absolutely very slim to none chance that you'll ever train your bird to step up on your finger or sit on your shoulder. So that's how you keep a wild bird as a pet. Make sure you give this video a like. Leave your comments. If you have any questions, I can answer them. So be sure to like and subscribe to my YouTube channel. Turn on notifications because I will be doing way more videos on how to do this. I will tell you how to take care of wild snakes. I've done mice. I've done pretty much everything. And if there's anything you'd like me to try and learn about and then teach you, I will do. And in a little bit here, we're gonna... I don't know what I'm gonna do today. We'll do pond stuff. I got a new pond over there. Thank you all so much for watching. Like, subscribe, turn on notifications so you don't miss any of my videos. It'll mean so much to me. Leave a comment on any questions you have about this video or any other comments on any other of my YouTube videos that you decide to watch. I will read them. Trust me, I will get to them. Like, subscribe. Thank you all so much for watching. Hope you found this video helpful. If you're deciding to do what I'm doing, it's very fun, it's very interesting once the birds get used to you, and I'll see you all next time. Goodbye. Also, think of a new name for our birdie friend. He doesn't have a name yet, or she. It's a female house sparrow. Think of a good name, comment that down below. Now, bye. Stupid tablet, whatever. I guess you guys get to look at the bird a little bit longer.